Hi guys, and welcome to the channel, Ron's Keto Cafe. Well, today we're going to be making an old-fashioned pot roast in a slow cooker. And so I'm not going to have any of these vegetables. I'm just going to have the pot roast, but my wife's going to have the vegetables for future meals. And we got this pretty good sized pot roast at a local market basket. This recipe, I have two golden potatoes, baby carrots, and an onion for flavor. And what we're going to do is we're going to chop up the onion and potato and cube it and put everything into a mixing bowl, and then we're going to prepare it for the crock pot. And please don't mind my mess, it is what it is. And just we have very limited on counter space. So let's go right into the recipe, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. This is a pretty simple recipe, guys. I just made this plenty times before, and I just wanted to use my own basic seasoning rub. So what I got going on here, guys, I'm just taking the good size yellow onion, and I'm just chopping off all what I thought was the bad part. And then I'll rinse it off, and then I'll bring it over to the cutting board, and I'm cutting it off in chunks, and I'll be placing it into a bowl. And what's great about this recipe, if you get the baby carrots, you don't no chopping and no peeling. And then I'm getting ready to chunk out all this junk here, because this I don't need anymore. And now once we have the onion peeled, like again, we'll put it into the mixing bowl, and then we just dump the carrots right into the mixing bowl. The great thing about the Yukon Gold potatoes is I just take them and chop them up in half, and before I did that, I rinsed them off a little bit, and then I put a little bit of water inside the bowl once I got all the vegetables in the bowl. And then I started prepping the roast beef into the crock pot. And what I did was and it was still frozen because I had taken it out there during the course of the day. So then I ended up making a garlic powder, onion powder, and I put a little bit of ground thyme and then a couple of bay leaves into the crock pot, and I did all my rub in the crock pot itself. And then I ended up putting probably about a cup of chicken's broth on top of the everything into the crock pot. And then I set it for 8 hours, and then I took it out. And once the 8 hours had elapsed, I took the vegetables out of the crock pot into the mixing bowl, because I didn't want to overcook the vegetables and have like mushy vegetables and potatoes. And so I set those aside, and then I with the spoon, what I ended up doing with the spoon, I ended up seeing how well done the meat was done, and it broke apart pretty easy. And then at that point, what I ended up doing was I ended up breaking it up even more, and then I ended up closing the lid and cooking it down for another hour or two, because I wanted it really soft. And then come back, we'll talk about the final product towards the end of the video. But just watch what I'm doing, you guys will be fine. And yeah, so I'm just doing my videos this way now, because again, we have a lot of apartment background noise, and I'm trying to cut out a lot of this noise that we have, and keep my videos down to appropriate length, so you guys don't get too bored with it. And it's nice having me talk over the video. Would I like to do live videos? Yeah. Will I ever? I don't know, but I may do 1 or 2 and see how it goes down the road. And if you guys like how I'm doing the videos, we'll do more. But and then you can participate in the live chat, and I can actually answer the chat questions. But anyways, thanks for joining the video. Just keep on watching the video. Now that we have all the rub made, let's go ahead and add the rub into the crock pot with the meat already inside the crock pot at this point. And I'm using my hands. I do have gloves I'm going to start using pretty soon, but it's just my wife and myself eating this, and my hands are clean. So you just basically take the rub and rub it all the way around. You can see I was checking to see, make sure there was no paper on the bottom of the side of the pot roast, because the meat was still partially frozen when I put it in. That's a great thing about the crock pot cooking. You put frozen meat in there, let it cook for about 10 to 12 hours, and it comes out fork tender, especially when you got a tough piece of chuck roast like this one. And so what I did was, at this point there, I started adding in all my vegetables on the inside the crock pot, and then I added some chicken broth and a couple of bay leaves for flavoring, and then I closed the lid and I set it for 8.5 hours. And again, towards the end of the video, you'll see the next process as we trek along. So now we're getting ready to seal the lid, and these are very, I actually really love the new crock pot there. And anyways, you just hook it onto the side of the lid and just snap it like I'm doing. Pretty much easy. You guys can pretty much figure it out if you got a crock pot. And of course, then towards the middle part of putting this all together, guess who shows up? No, not yet, but we got one of these things, one of these little guys there, he has a little bit of a nose problem. He's every time my wife and I try to do something, oh, there he is, there's my cat Oreo, say hi Oreo. And my cat is being really nosy there. Now my wife is over there in the background here because she's getting ready to watch TV, and now he's there he is. There he is. Isn't he a beautiful cat, guys? Comment in the video what do you guys think of my cat? I mean, he's a little bit of a pain in the ass sometimes, but you know what? He gives us a lot of love in return. And of course, then he has to pluck himself down wherever he can find room. And there you have our final product of the roast beef that to be made today. And again, I'm not going to have any carrots and potatoes. I just have the meat, and any leftovers, I'll just put it in freezer bags. And then I'm just getting ready to take the potatoes out of there and the carrots, and then I'm going to give the meat a little more additional cooking time. And that's pretty much simple and easy, guys. And the total cooking time was about 12 hours for this particularly humongous roast beef. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Love you guys.